Right. Okay. All right. Like to call to order the June 29th, 2021 Brooklyn City Board of Education meeting. Mrs. A, can you call the roll, please?
Mr. Singer,
Yes, here.
Mr. Neal,
Here.
Mr. Oper,
Here.
Mr. Slattery,
Here.
Mrs. Barcheck.
Here. Now can we stand for the pledge?
Here.
I
Pledge
allegiance to the flag
of
of
the
the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, now. Okay, now resolved that the Brooklyn City School District Board of Education hereby approves and enters into an employment contract with Sherry Gadinsky, a copy of which is attached to here too and incorporated herein for a period commencing August 1st, 2021 and ending July 31st, 2023, contingent upon successful completion of background check and verification of credentials. Can I get a motion, please?
So moved.
Can
Second.
I get questions, comments? Mrs. A, can you call the roll?
Mr. Singer,
Yes.
Mr. Neal,
Yes.
Mr. Oper,
Yes,
Mr. Slattery,
Yes.
Mrs. Barcheck. I'm going to abstain because I do know Mrs. Gadinsky and I don't want there to be any conflict. So I'm going to abstain. I think it's a wonderful choice, but I will abstain. Okay. Resolved that the Brooklyn City School District Board of Education hereby approves transition time for Sherry Gadinsky, Secretary of Support Services for July 19th, 2021 through July 31st, 2021 at the daily rate of $153.85. Can I get a motion, please?
So moved.
Can I get a second?
second,
Questions, comments? Mrs. A, can you call the roll, please?
Mr. Singer,
Yes.
Mr. Neal,
Yes.
Mr. Oper,
yes,
Mr. Slattery,
Yes.
Mrs. Barcheck.
Yes. I'm assuming I can vote yes for that, correct? That part I can, since we've already
Yeah,
approved her? Yeah.
That's
okay.
correct, Mr. Barcheck, yes.
Okay. All right. Result of the Brooklyn City School District Board of Education hereby approves Matthew Mittock as an exempt at-will employee mechanic effective July 1st, 2021, not to exceed 20 hours per week as needed at a rate of $45 an hour to perform maintenance and repairs on the district's transportation fleet, contingent upon successful completion of background check and verification of credentials. Can I get a motion, please?
So moved.
Can I get a second? Questions, comments?
Ted, question. Ted, I know what would happen if he needed more time? We would just get that okayed through you or
Yeah, exactly,
come to
Rob.
us and just say amending?
Yeah, exactly. And Matt's been with us for
Long time.
a decade plus. Yeah, and this is just, Colleen and I talked and Colleen, you can jump in here too. She wants to bring him as one of our employees. Matt's been with us for a long time serving as a vendor and now he's just gonna come on board as one of our employees. But yeah, anything beyond that 20 hours a week would be an approval by myself, but I can't imagine that happen unless it's an emergency.
Right, exactly. Okay. That's it.
Anyone else?
No, that was the same thing I was gonna ask.
Okay. Mrs. A, can you call the roll, please?
Mr. Singer,
Yes.
Mr. Neal,
Yes.
Mr. Oper,
yes,
Mr. Slattery,
Yes.
Mrs. Barcheck.
Yes. Resolved that the Brooklyn City School District Board of Education hereby approves granting a limited contract to the following certified personnel for the 2021-2022 school year, contingent upon successful completion of background check and the verification of credentials. Amanda Baker, 6th grade, step 2, class 2, step 0. Sarah Russo, 7th grade, class 4, step 7. Can I have a motion, please?
So moved. Oh,
Second?
I
Questions,
second.
comments? Mrs. A, can you call the roll, please?
Mr. Singer,
Yes.
Mr. Neal,
Yes.
Mr. Oper,
yes,
Mr. Slattery,
Yes.
Mrs. Barcheck.
Yes. Resolved that the Brooklyn City School District Board of Education hereby approves the following persons for the 2021-2022 supplemental teaching assignment with the provision that such individuals comply with all rules and regulations and State Department of Education regulations pertinent to proper certification and fulfills the requirements of the job description attached to their supplemental contract. National Junior Art Honor Society Advisor Miss Joanne Becker. Can I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second.
Questions, comments? Mrs. A, can you call the roll?
Mr. Singer,
Yes.
Mr. Neal,
Yes.
Mr. Oper,
yes,
Mr. Slattery,
Yes.
Mrs. Barcheck,
Yes. Result of the Brooklyn City School District Board of Education hereby approves transfer of funds from the General Fund 001 to the Underground Storage Tank Fund 031 in the amount of $13,900. Can I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Can I have a second?
Second.
Questions, comments?
Since we had one more board meeting, I threw this one in there before the end of the year for the tier 1 investigation for the expenses, just to keep it all in the special revenue fund.
Okay. Anyone else?
No.
Mrs. A, can you call the roll, please?
Mr. Singer,
Yes.
Mr. Neal,
Yes.
Mr. Oper,
yes,
Mr. Slattery,
Yes.
Mrs. Barcheck,
Yes. Okay. Result of the Brooklyn City School District Board of Education hereby approves the certificate, of estimated resources for fiscal year 2021. Can I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second.
Second. Questions, comments?
This one and the last one were just two clerical errors on my end. The ones that I uploaded weren't the ones that I sent to the county. So as we were going over it, I realized I have to put the correct ones on here so you could approve the correct ones.
There we
Okay.
go. Good job.
mhm,
Anyone else?
No.
Mrs. A, can you call the roll, please?
Mr. Singer,
Yes.
Mr. Neal,
Yes.
Mr. Oper,
yes,
Mr. Slattery,
Yes.
Mrs. Barcheck,
Yes. Result of the Brooklyn City School District Board of Education hereby approves the amended final appropriations for fiscal year 21. Can I have a motion, please?
So
So
moved.
moved.
A
Second.
second. Questions, comments, please? Anyone else? Anyone? Mrs. A, can you call the roll?
Mr. Singer,
Yes.
Mr. Neal,
Yes.
Mr. Oper,
yes,
Mr. Slattery,
Yes.
Mrs. Barcheck.
Yes. Announcement of the next regular board meeting is Tuesday, July 20th, 2021 in the Media Center located in Brooklyn Intermediate Elementary School, 9200 Bidoff Road, Brooklyn, Ohio at 6 p.m. Can I get a motion for adjournment?
So moved.
Bonnie, hang on one second.
Yeah.
I posted, I went to the council meeting last night. They had Dr. Ted was there along with Mr. Becker. They had, I'm sorry, Mr. Hare. They had a nice presentation for Jenna. She got a proclamation for the city. But then afterwards, I went up and took a few photos up at where Safety Town is. And the photos are on my page and I put them on the Brooklyn page. But the building that the school built is up there. It looks very, very nice. They did a
Yeah.
super job up there.
I just seen them this morning when I was out working out. I walk past it every morning. They look adorable. It looks really good. They look great. The buildings really do. Did anyone else have anything before we adjourn?
mm-mm,
I'll make the motion.
Okay,
I'll
Second.
second it.
okay.
Second.
A, can you call the roll, please?
Mr. Singer,
Yes.
Mr. Neal,
Yes.
Mr. Oper,
yes.
Mr. Slattery,
Yes.
Mrs. Barcheck.
Yes. Thank you, guys.
That's how a meeting's supposed to go.